Okay, so so if I want to use this class in my project, so that times this class indicate it's when using this class, so it's throw exception. Which kind of exception? It's a file not found exception, because this class basically used to read a file and write a file, okay, from your local directory. So suppose you used to write some file, but that file not available on that path, okay, so that times it occur file not found exception, okay. So when you use this file, this class in your project, so that times we need to indicate this file exceptional and okay class, and note it on. This is not handle your exception, okay, just indicate, it just indicate some exception occur in your project, okay. But when you use this their method in your main method, so that time you need to handle it, okay, handle this exceptional by using try and catch block. So let's see some example. I'm getting, sorry guys, my laptop is a little bit slow, taking too much time. So I create a separate class. Class name is something throw test. Oh, type this class is already exist. So change their name, throw demo. Okay. So just check for checking. Create another class. Okay, so create a separate class name as read and write. Okay, and inside I declare some method void read file. Okay, and I'm using this file input class use, okay, in this method. So, small. I'm giving some random path. Okay, so that times we want to use this class, so it indicate to use throw keyword, okay. It's indicator because this class throws some exceptional, okay. So we need to throw indication, okay, to HR indication, and this throw keyword use with a method, okay, not use within the method. It's always used with the method, okay. So I'm declaring, and suppose I'm getting another method, same class void Okay, so this file also throws some exception. Okay, so okay, and when actually this is only indicate this exception will throw. Okay, but where you handle this exception? Okay, because when I'm calling this method, okay, in a main method, okay, when I'm calling this method in any method, not in a main method, in any method, okay, so that time we need to handle their exception, okay. So how to handle this exception? By using try and catch block. So right, first I will create an instance, okay, control C, control V, okay, and that time re dot read file and save file. So read file. Okay. So that times I'm trying to call this method. Okay. I'm trying to call this method. It indicate this method throw declares throw exception. Okay. So that time we need to handle the exceptional. Okay. So to handle this exception by using use try and catch block. So this code right inside the try block. Okay. So it handle, okay. And for checking it's handle the exception or not. So I'm creating something. Okay. Hello. So let's check. Yeah. So actually exception is occur in this line. Okay. Because this path is not valid because actually there is no any path in my local directory. Okay. This file not available in my local directory. Okay. And this path also not. So that times it throw exception file not found. Okay. So by using try keyword, uh, this line in this method get some exception. So main method create a object of exception class. Which type of exception? File not found. So create their object and print by this catch block. Okay, this catch block responsible to print their object. Okay, so it handle and project. Okay, and this is a throw keyword. Okay, suppose I'm not write try. Okay, not use try catch block, and just I'm simply use throw. So in this case, it only indicate that okay, your in your project occurs some exception. Okay, error gone. But when you write, when you execute this line, so it it's your project is abnormal execution. Okay, it's not actually that times it get exceptional, so it's stop the further execution. Okay, so that's why this line is not printed here. Okay, it's it's only indicate but not handle your exceptional. Okay, so using to handle exceptional you use try and catch block. So use here am catch. Next one. So again, hello, your exception handle. Okay. So this is a throw keyword. Okay. Have any doubt in throw keywords? No. Okay, so let's start next. Throws keyword. Throws keyword basically use in a predefined, not in predefined, user defined exceptional class. Okay, because why not use for predefined? Because predefined, I use predefined exception class, so that times have any occur some exceptional. So this actually current class, current method. Okay, suppose main method is responsible to create their objects. Okay, but suppose you create a user defined exception class. Okay, custom exception class, so that times this method not responsible to their object. Okay, so that times we need to create a object by the user. Okay, so user how to create their object? So by using throw keyword, we can create a object of a user defined exceptional class. Yeah, basically this is used, and throw keyword use only within the method, not with the method. It's a use within the method. Okay, so let's see the example. Suppose I create I'm creating exception class name not eligible exception. And to make it exceptional class, we need to extend runnable interface, runtime interface. Okay. So, runtime exception. Okay. And create a constructor. Okay. Yes. Okay, I'm not know you actually how to take input from user. Okay, so I'm using a scanner class. Okay, I'm using a scanner class to take as the user. Okay, means I'm taking an input from the user at the runtime. Okay, so also this parts we have to know this part. Okay, how to get a input, how to take input from user. So for taking any value from the user, so we need to use a scanner class. So this is not a part of a thread. I'm just taking a input as from the user. Okay.
What is the use of super keyword?
Super keyword basically it is a reference variable. Okay, it's refer actually. So I'm declare this actually I'm calling in a method. Okay, this constructor calling in a method. Okay, this main method. So that times we need to pass some value, string value. So that times this value stored in this, and by using super keyword, it refer to the parents class. Okay. As for your this keyword basically refer the current instance, but this super keyword refer to the current class. Okay. Yeah. SC double N scanner SC SC system dot is equal to SC. Okay. Yes. If is less than, suppose you go for a voting. Okay, so that times you are eligible for voting, you are above from 18 years. Okay, but you below 18 years, so you're not eligible. Okay, so that times it occur some exception. So I'm passing. Okay. Okay. So I'm creating a predefined user-defined exception class, just name as a not eligible exceptional. Okay, and to make this class as a exceptional class, so we need to add. Okay, we need to extend runnable interface because it's a parent. Okay, so it's inherit the all property of this exceptional class. Okay, to making this class as a exception class, we need to inherit some exceptional. Okay, so it's a run unchecked exceptional class. Okay, if you want to create a exception like a check exception, so that time you create a extend with class not found and file not found and so on. Okay, so but I'm creating a unchecked exceptional. Okay, so I'm using runtime exceptional. Okay, so that time is create a user defined, and I'm manually actually by user is responsible because this is not a predefined exceptional class. Okay, so this main method not responsible to create object of their class in this class. Okay, it's not responsible to create object. Okay, so that time we need to create an object of this because I print something about exceptional. So I I'm creating object of this exceptional class, user defined exceptional class. Okay, so it's okay, and run this project. Okay. So what we'll see, oh wait, scanner SC. Okay, throw demo package Java training package. Java training dot throw demo app package. Wait guys, let's create a new. Let's create a module.
And what problem occurs here?
Actually, project package A. I'm creating a package. Mismatch. This is dot. This is the package. Same package. Let's occur in a package. No error in code, but package might show error. File collections resource exist. Setting the class. Let's create a separate. First, give me some time to create a new project. Myanmar, not eligible. enter your age. Suppose I'm giving age 18. Okay, so that times not exception occur. Okay, no any exception occur. Voting is successful. Okay, and suppose I'm enter age 14. So that times it's not eligible. So that times this line occur some exception. Okay, so if occur some exception in this project, so it will print object of this class. Okay, and this is also a child of a runnable interface, so that has some property like exception name, exception description, and their stack trace. Okay, so let's check enter. So exception in a thread main. Okay, and name of this exception, so not eligible exception, and you are not eligible. This is a description. Okay, you are not eligible for voting. Okay, and this is a stack trace. So this is a demo of a throw keyword. Throw keyword, I may repeat it again. Throw keyword basically used for creating object of user defined exceptional class. Okay, this throw keyword used within the method, not with the method. Suppose I'm trying to use the throw keyword method, so that times it not execute. Okay, it's go through throw some error. Okay, this is a throw keyword. Uh, and any doubt about throw and throws?
What user
Your voice not clear. Assis.
Yes. What is the use of throw used to throw the exception?
Sorry, I didn't get you. What did you say?
Asking a throw keyword used to throw exception or not?
Play throw keyword basically create an object of user defined exception class. Okay, suppose you write just you create a object of their, so it's not create their object. Okay, because it's the exceptional class, and to exceptional class create an object, so that time you need to create a throw and throws. Basically throw basically throws keyword basically used to indicate exception. Okay, but throw keyword is used to create a object, because for think about the predefined classes. Okay, suppose I'm not define any user defined class. I'm use runnable interface, runnable runtime exception. So this is a predefined exception class. Okay, so in this case predefined exception class. Okay, in this case method is responsible. Okay, suppose you write some other method. So suppose I'm creating another class, and inside I declare some method. Okay, so suppose in a method defined method you got some error, you got some exception, so this method is responsible to create object of exceptional class. Okay, but it is a user defined, because this class built by our mother user. Okay, developer. So that times main method, because exception occur in a main method, so in this case main method not responsible to create their object. Okay, so that times we need to create a object of this user defined class. Understood? So that times we need to use throw keyword. Okay, so that's
In the line number 7, what is the
in which line number?
7.
7 actually I'm not do nothing. Actually I'm not give that any task. I'm not write a business logic. I'm just to check it is build a business, actually it's exception class or not. Okay, so I'm simply create a constructor of this class. Okay, and create constructor and put some argument. Okay, put some argument, and this argument simply pass, simply refer to the current class. Okay, so their current class is this. Okay, and this class has a property. So when this class has a property, and this property inherit by the inherit in this class, so when I'm calling by when I'm initializing this constructor by using, okay, see there this is a constructor also, okay, I am writing something here, this is a message, okay, so this text store in the message, and by using super keyword it refer, okay, refer to the parent class, okay, and this line print their objects, so object had some property, so this property show in my console. This is a property which exception name, exception description, exception stack trace means their location. Okay. So super keyword basically used to refer reference variable. Okay. This is refer value for the current parents. And this keyword basically used to refer to the current instance. It is for current, yeah. Okay. So I think you don't have any doubt. So I start my next topic. This is a
I have
multi-threading. Again,
hello.
so tell me, what's your doubt?
How
Yes,
we identify
Vikas.
that,
Yeah. How?
how we could identify that we have to use throw keyword.
Throw keyword.
Yes, sir.
Why need to identify that? Because it's a syntax. Okay. Suppose you want to create a suppose you want to create a object of a user defined class. So this is a syntax to create object. Okay. This is a syntax. Okay. And actually this is line is already defined in. Okay. Suppose you have to check in the parent class. So there also this line also defined. Okay. This is a predefined syntax. You need to create object, so you follow this steps, follow this syntax. Okay, some things in Java are already defined. Okay, I'm just used because I'm not no, I don't know to know about what is the real business logic, what is the logic behind it. Okay, I'm just I want to use, so I'm just use this syntax. Okay, and don't think about their logic. Okay, because suppose control shift T, suppose I'm talking about this class, so this class already defined. Okay, this method and constructor and all things already defined. I'm just use their class and their method only, but I'm not thinking about their background, what business logic is actually run. Okay, so this is all these things already defined. I'm just use when I'm defined, then that time I'm use this syntax. Okay. So let's start multi-threading.
Sir, sir,
Yes, yes,
hello.
yes. One second.
Sir, how to see the means where is defined? What is the shortcut?
Actually, uh, actually, you actually this is a uh, control shift T. Okay, control shift T. That times you find any class. Suppose I'm use a scanner class to get input from the user at runtime. Okay, so what is the business logic? What is the code behind it? Okay, so you can search a scanner, SCA double. Where is scanner? Yeah, so a scanner class is in a java.util package. Okay, in a util package, a scanner class is defined. Okay, so you want to see have how many constructor in this scanner class, how many property defined in this. So you can see here this scanner class implement iterate class. Okay, and consumable class. Okay, this all class already defined in background. Okay, so in this scanner class has some property, char buffer, okay, pattern, okay, and has some method also defined. So you can see here, this is a private method pattern integer pattern. Okay, Okay, this is a method already defined, their business logic, their logic is already defined. Okay, but when I need to use, when we want to use this, so I'm that times I'm just call this value, invoke this method in my current project. Okay, just simply invoke. I'm not thinking about their behavior, their business logic, their logical code. Okay, I start my next chapter. So again, I'm tell you, have any doubt in throw and throw keyword? No doubt. Okay. So let's start multi-threading. Okay. So before multi-threading is a part of multitasking. Multitasking means many tasks execute at the same time simultaneously. Okay. And how to actually multi-threading and multi-processing is a process to achieve multitasking. Multitasking means suppose so many tasks run at the same times. Okay, simultaneously. Actually, at the same times, only one task, but between two tasks is very less times, and that times I felt this all tasks run together. Actually, run at the same time. Okay, but not it's run at the same time because at a single times one task is executed. After execution on task, second task will execute. Okay, so this is a multitasking, and to achieve multitasking we have two concepts: multi-threading and multi-processing. But multi-processing is not my parts. Actually this is a part of operating system. Okay, so I'm not talking too much about multi-processing. I'm talking about multi-threading. Okay, so first see definition. What is the definition? Wait. So what is the multi-threading? Okay, so multi-threading is a Java feature that allows concurrent execution of two or more parts of program for maximum utilization of CPU. Okay, each part of such program is called threads. So thread are the lightweight process within the process. Actually, thread means suppose you in your computer have some multimedia player. Okay, any media player. You think about any media. Suppose you think about this Zoom meeting. Okay, so what we'll see, what is so see in a Zoom meeting? Some progress bar is there, some time counters application. Okay, sorry, I'm not talking about Zoom meeting. I'm talking about VLC media player. Okay, so what we'll see, what is see in a VLC media player? In VLC media player, pictures running. Okay, in a background, video, audio running. Okay, audio, video, progress bar means how much video will cover. Okay, so one progress bar and one in one side time count. Okay, time is counting. Okay, so this is a single thread. Thread means it's a process but not a, actually it's not as a part of process, in the sub part of process. Thread is a single task and is cannot further divided, but process can divide it in the subsections, sub parts. Okay, process can be divided, but thread is a single unit, is the smallest unit of process. It can't be divided on a further. Okay, so thread basically is a single parts. And suppose you think about a media player like VLC, so picture running at the same time, so audio will hear. Okay, and in the other sections progress bar running and time counting running. So this is all of this. This is a thread. Okay, and it's run executed. It's this all threads execute simultaneously. Means one thread first it will show some pictures and it's stop the execution. Then it's execute their audio, and then audio stop. Then execute their progress bar and okay. So means at the same time one thread executed, but between their timing. Okay, one thread and two thread between the time is very less. Due to very less timing, I felt this all threads execute simultaneously. Means at the same time. Okay. So this is a multi-threading. Okay. So thread can be created by the using two mechanism. Thread. How many way to create thread? Okay. So there is a two way to create a thread class. Okay, thread class. Actually, thread class is a simple class, but it's not actually. You suppose you create a simple class. Okay, I'm just writing a wait. Just show some example. Set this create another class. Okay, I'm creating suppose a VLC media player. So create class. Inside declare some method provide video. For video, for audio.
Can I ask something?
Yes.
The class VLC is a method, and the
Okay.
void video
VLC,
is
suppose VLC is a process, means you see VLC media player. So in VLC media player is a one process. Is a part of actually is a combination of all a small tasks. Okay. So suppose you open your VLC media player. So what will see in a VLC media player? See some progress bar. Actually run any video. You start a video in VLC media player. Okay. So that time what will see? I saw some video and see here audio. Okay. And see some progress bar. Okay. And on the other side, your time counting. Okay. How many video will cover? Okay. So it predict the timing. Okay. So this all things is a task. Okay, and this video VLC is a process. Okay, so this all is a task of this process, means the sub process of this process. This is a process and this is the sub part of process. Okay, so suppose I'm writing a simple way. I'm just explaining what is the happen without using thread. So suppose you get a project VLC media player. So that time you run this project. So it not create it's not run simultaneously, but first it will first it execute this line. Okay, then after finishing this line, it execute this line. Means first your video will cover. Okay, then you see, then you listen your audio. Okay, suppose you play a song. So your song video is first your video will play. Okay, that after finishing, you see you have your voice, not your voice, your song. Okay, so this is not a good things. Okay, this is not this is not a big thing. Good things. Okay, because actually that times we need to create thread, because it's run simultaneously. Okay, means at the same time, you feel at the same time, so both tasks will run. Okay, means in one side your video running, and other sides you see their sounds. Okay, you listen to their sounds, and progress bar, you see progress bar is running, time counting. Okay, so these all things run at the same time. Okay, but actually it's not executing at the same time. Okay, so this is a simple project, and when I'm using wait, wait. C dot video. Okay, video, and C dot audio. So suppose you create a project without using without using thread. Okay, so that times it execute one by one. First it execute video parts. Okay, and then after finishing video, it's start the audio. Okay, so suppose you go to for watching video any movie, so that times you see only video, then after finishing video you see, you listen their sounds. Okay, you heard their sounds, so it is not good. So that's why I'm using multi-threading. Okay, to creating like that project, this kind of project we need to create, we need to use multi-threading. Okay, so this is the part. Okay, so how to create a thread? Okay, so there is a two way to create a thread, by using thread class and by using runnable interface. Runnable is an interface and thread is a class. So because it's a class, so you need to extend, and this is the interface, so we need to implement. Okay, so by using extending thread class and by implementing runnable interface. So there is some steps and okay, step by step how to create a thread class by using thread class. Okay. Oh, first step, create a separate class, and this class extend with the thread class. Okay, this is the first step. Follow this step, and then in this class you need to override run method. Okay, because this run method already defined in the thread class. Okay, so you use this run class, so we need to override this run class. Okay, run class, and the third step, create object of current class. When you create object of this class, that time your thread is created. Okay, that time your thread is created, and invoke a start method. Because in the last step, invoke a start method, means called a start method. This start method execute the this start method called this run method. You, and this run method, inside the run method you'll code the task. We provide the task for this thread. Okay, so first follow this step and create one thread class. Okay, so just create a and tell you, I know you will actually inform you. Uh, this is a main class. Actually, you all familiar class also a thread. Okay, and this main class make a thread class by use. Who is responsible to make it thread class? Because JVM make main class as a thread class. Okay, so this is also a thread class, and that time suppose this wait, the console, where is the console? This actually no, you, this main class is also a thread. Okay, so suppose I want to create this class as a thread. Okay, so step one, we need to extend thread class. So ex extend yes, thread. Okay, so first step is done. Actually, you can create any thread class. Suppose I'm creating a main class as a thread class. Okay, you can create a separate class here and extend with a thread. Okay. So I'm not creating a separate class, and this main class make a thread class. Okay. So first step is done. Okay. Then what is the second step? Second step, override run method in the main method. In a not in main method, outside the main method. Okay. So here public run. Okay. I'm override run method, and you want to write something. So you want to give the any task for this thread. Okay, this thread. So you can write here, but I'm just simply okay. So thread dot print thread name. Okay, and just writing a code to get the name of this thread. Okay, and okay. So second step is done. And what is the third step? Third step, create an instance of thread class. Okay. So this is power cut. Due to power cut, I feel so haughty. Okay, again. Control V. Demo td is equal to new text demo. Okay. And that actually I am writing this line. So that time one thread is created. Okay. Only thread is created, not this thread is executed. I mean starting. Okay. So for starting this thread, we need to invoke start method. No suggestion. Actually, this is a td. Td dot start. So this method start there this thread. Okay, basically this method is used to start the thread. Okay, and it's called the run method. And okay, so my step is done. Okay, first I
Wait,
create
wait, sir. Sir, if we use multiple thread in separate program, तो सर td dot start से सर सारे रन हो जाएंगे.
not td. When you write a td, okay, so this is only create one thread. Suppose you want to create another thread, and this thread perform a simple same task. Okay, so we need to create several times. Like suppose we want to create a thread again. Wait. So it's create one thread. Okay, and we need to create another thread. So right here, Control V and td dot 2, because not same as a td. Okay, so we need to take different name and new text demo. So it create a second thread. Okay, create a two thread. Okay, and td 2 dot start. Okay, so it's the so my step is done. Okay, all done. So
Sir,
first yes.
But sir, ये thread demo sir class name same ही है सबका.
Actually, you create a same name. Actually, this is a reference variable. Okay, and this variable which object is referred by the this variable. So it create a one object, and this object referred by the this reference variable. You create a same text td2. Okay, so that times this two variable indicate same method. Okay, same object, and same object has the same property. So it print same object. Okay, So, but I am creating a different object, and different object has a different property. So to indicate that other object, so when you create a different variable, okay, so that times you need text.
reference variable.
So first I will check this, it's create or not. Okay, so run this project and thread 0, because this is thread. I mean, I provide some task to show your name. Okay, so the thread name. Okay, so this is a method dot get name. This method return their name. Okay, thread name, and their default thread name is a thread 0. Again, you create another thread. Suppose I'm creating another thread. Okay, this is a thread part, other thread. Okay, so that times it's C thread 1. Okay, so their default value is thread 0, thread 1, and several times you create another thread, so many thread. So that time it create a 1 by, actually it increment 1 by. Okay. So this is a way to create a thread by using thread interface. Okay. And now I am using create a thread class. Okay, by using interface. Which interface? Runnable interface. I think, yeah, runnable interface. So see, and create again another class. And second way. Okay. So second row. So please tell me what is what I have to write in this line for creating a thread.
Sir, first we have to implement.
Okay, IMP implements, then
Runnable interface.
okay, understood. So this is the interface. Okay, so in interface, I'm already told you. Suppose you implement interface in any class, so it's must to override the method. Actually, method unimplemented method. Okay, so while I'm implementing this, so suggest to unimplemented method, add unimplemented. So I'm simply click on this line, and you can manually you can type. So I'm wasting my time to write, and just click on unimplemented method. So this method override run method. Okay, and you can write here and here also. It doesn't matter. Okay, but you cannot mention in a main method, because in a method you can't declare any method inside the method. Okay, so override this method, and I'm pass some task, same uh, so I'm giving task to inform their ID. What is their ID? Because any thread, all thread has some ID, and the default ID is I think the default ID is I don't know. Let's check. Thread dot current thread dot get ID. Get ID. Okay. So first step done, second step done. Okay, so third step, what is the third step? Here this is not look good, so I'm copy here.
Create instance.
Yeah. So when you create an instance, that time your thread is created. Okay. So how to create instance? What we'll do? get instance. What should I have to okay, so s is equal to new. Okay,
Second wow.
okay, and actually this is not wow. I'm trying to write a second way, but it by mistake write wow.
Okay.
So it's not a big deal. Okay, and then
Then a
s dot, actually yeah, this is actually in this see this line. Okay, it's by using implementing, so one line extra added. Okay, so by using implement running runnable interface, so this three part is same. First part implement the runnable state, second override the run method, third create instance. Okay, and fourth is create a object of thread class. Okay, and then put the reference of this current class into the constructor of thread class. Okay, so in by using this way, I need to write one another line. Okay, so where is, so I'm creating instance. Okay, instance, and then times fourth part, I need to create object of thread class. So thread t is equal to new thread. Okay, and this is a constructor of this thread class. Okay, so inside the constructor we put their reference, this class. Okay, this class reference we need to put here, so I'm putting s. Okay, and by using t is the variable of this thread class. Okay, so t dot start. Okay, so this is done, all process is done, and now I'm creating and I'm running. Okay. So their default value, I think 14, because it's so 14. Okay, so their default value is 14, and now I'm check. Actually, I'm told you main method is also a thread. Okay, so what is the name of this main method thread? Okay, so suppose I want to know about thread main thread method, a main thread. So simply in a thread method, actually not in a text method, in a thread method, SYSO. Okay, thread dot current dot get name. Okay, so this line return the name of current thread. Current thread means main thread. Okay, and writing, I'm here also writing. Copy this line to know the name of these two classes, these two threads. Okay, so let's check. Okay, so first JVM compile, JVM check main method. Okay, so main method is also a thread, and the name of this thread is a main thread. Okay, so main thread. Okay, and then second go to this line t dot start. So that times is move to this method, run method, and in the run method is print their current name. Their current name is thread 0, means their name. This thread's name is thread 0, and their ID is 14. And for this main thread, their name is thread, and you can check their ID also. So for checking the ID of main thread, right here will be less commit. So their default ID is 1. Okay, and this thread 0 ID is 14. Okay, so this is a one way, and suppose I'm okay, and the second way, actually wait, SYSO. Okay, 12 divided 10. That time it throw error. Okay, and due to error, due to exceptions, the further parts not executed. Okay, so that time you can also check their name. Okay, so while you running this project, So that time the thread exception in thread main. Okay, so this is confirmed. Okay, this main method is also a thread. That's name is main thread. Okay, so you can see here also the thread name. Okay, you can several times you see this message. Okay, but not consider about it. So, so this is a two-way to create a thread. Okay, so have any doubt to creating a thread class? Any doubt how to create a thread?
Sir, can we decide the thread ID?
Uh, actually, this is all predefined. Actually, this is default value. Suppose you want to see default value of a string class, yeah, integer class. Okay, so that time you can simply call the default. Okay, so this some default value is already mentioned. Okay, okay, but you can put here and you can change their name. I think not about the ID, because ID is a default, but you can change their name also. You can change, actually their default name is thread 0, but you want to change their name, so you can change by using set name, because here some method to manipulate the thread. Manipulating the thread, I'm mentioning some, actually there is a lots of method here, okay, in a thread method, but I'm describe some essential method. Okay, this is essential method, we have to know about it. Okay, so I mean, because actually there is a wait, I'm so control 50 and thread class. Okay. Thread class is in java.len package. So while I'm opening, so thread class implement runnable interface. Okay, and what is, how many method is defined in the thread class? So see here, thread current thread method. This is a native type. Okay, yield method, sleep method, sleep method again, other sleep method. Okay, spin weight, and so many methods are described in the thread class. Okay, but we don't need to know about all this. Actually, as per your requirement, you see this thread method. Okay, but I'm just describe all basic method, and this is all basic method. This is a run method. The this method used to action performing. Okay, some action perform in the thread, so write all tasks in this method. Okay, a start method basically used to start your threads. Okay, current thread is refer the current, it's written the current threads. Okay, suppose you want to know the name of current thread, so you can call this, and by using this you can get a current name, current ID. Is alive is to check your thread is running or not. Okay, your thread is actually thread for actually while all tasks is completed, so that times after completing all tasks, thread go to dead state. Okay, and while it once it go in a dead state, so that time we call again, so that time is get error. Okay, so error, see, uh, suppose this two this thread, okay, this thread complete their task. Okay, so that time we need, actually this t thread means thread 0 already completed your all task. Okay, so that times we need we write and we again start, we want to start again, so that times it shows some error. So see st. Okay, so let's see, because this thread go in a dead state, and after going dead state, it's not reusable. Actually, you can't call, you can't start the thread again. Okay, and that's the method. Okay, so the next part, actually, you know about how to create. So that, and now I know about thread life cycle. So this is the only behavior, how to behave of thread, any thread in which actually this is to know about their state of thread. Okay, so this is a life cycle of thread. First, we have to create a thread. We create a thread, so that times your thread is in new state. Okay, and after starting the thread, it's go in a lie in a runnable state. In this state, your thread is ready for execution, but yet actually it's only ready for execution, but it's not right to say it's executing or not executing. Okay, but is executing. But suppose you create several I mean 2 to 3 threads. Okay, so all threads are started. Okay, all threads are started. So this all threads lie in a runnable state, but which thread start first means which thread execute first. This is totally handled by the JVM, but not JVM. Inside the JVM has a thread scheduler. Okay, so this thread scheduler responsible to executing the thread. Okay, this thread scheduler is applicable is responsible to which thread execute first or which thread execute at the last. Okay, so this is a runnable state, and suppose is a runnable state executing or not executing, but in a running state, okay, your thread is executing. Okay, execute. Okay, and suppose we want some thread stop. Okay, we want to stop some thread, and write second thread, we want to start the execution. Okay, so that time you need to stop the first execution. So while you use sleep method, suppose I have a sleep method to stop the execution. Okay, so use sleep method with any thread, so that times it stop the execution, and this thread lie in a waiting state. Okay, this is yet it's not going to dead state. It's waiting, it's in a waiting state, and it's can ready again to execution. Okay, so this is a waiting state when the thread is temporarily inactive, then it is in one of the flowing state. Otherwise, it's either in a block and either is a waiting. Okay, and this is a timed waiting. The thread lie in a timing waiting. So wait. This is a okay line waiting, and the terminated state. Terminated state also called dead state. Okay, suppose any thread complete your task, all tasks. Okay, so that times it go for a dead state. So you can also call terminated state or dead state. Okay, you think like uh, any persons. Okay, you think about persons. So persons has born. Okay, once, and after few years, it's ready to work. Okay, and earning some money. Okay, and other some task for any persons. Okay, after is go in teenagers, so that time he's ready to work. Okay, and while working, it gets some vacant leave. Okay, so after leave, it's not working. Okay, so that time is got leave, so it's go in a waiting, it's resting. Okay, and again ending the weekend. Okay, so with again ending the weekend, it's ready for working. Okay, and it's their working, suppose it retire in a 16 age. Okay, so that times it's not able to do anything, so that times it go for a dead still, means persons die. Okay, this is the common scenario of life cycle of thread. Okay, I think you understood about it. What did I say? But try to make it clear for you. So this is a main thread, and I'm also about I'm describe about run method. What is the run method? Run method basically used to write a task. Okay, means performing any action. Okay, and a start method basically used to start the thread, and create method refer to the current state, and boolean, this is the return of boolean, means it return true or false value. Okay, so let's check is alive. Okay. Where is first close? So I want to know about it's running or not. This method is alive or not. So just I'm simply write thread dot, because I want to check a current about current thread. Okay, is alive or not. So current thread dot is alive. Okay, so let's basically check your thread is alive or is go in a dead state. So due to this line.
Sir, it is already defined in.
Yeah, true. Why is true? Because my thread is alive. Okay, still is executing. Okay, so it's written true, means this thread is alive. Okay, and for a main thread, I can write the same code for main thread. Control C, control. So both thread is alive. Both times true again. Okay, and I'm show some program to check which thread execute first. Okay, because I don't know which thread execute first or which thread execute last. I don't know. Actually, JVM also don't know which thread, because this is handled by the thread scheduler. Thread scheduler know which thread is execute first or last. Okay, so write another code. Write another method. Program. Username thread check. Getting a second step, override run method public void first step I miss extend. Actually, I am asking you some questions. Which way is good? Which way is best to create a thread? So, have any answer? Please tell me. Because tell me answer. Which
Sir,
which way?
sir, runnable thread by implementing. It's a good
Yeah,
because it
Yes, sir.
shows a 100% and capsule.
yeah, actually, no, actually, this is all another factor. But suppose you use thread class to create a thread. Okay, so that time suppose we inherit some property to this class, so you cannot inherit another class into this. Okay, because in a Java, multi inheritance is not support. Okay, so suppose you cannot in extend more than two classes. Okay, but you can implement. Suppose we use implement runnable interface. Okay, so that times we need to inherit some property, some class of property into this thread, so we can easily extend the class, this class. Okay, and implement the runnable interface. But you use implement extend method, so this thread can't inherit other class property. Okay, so that's why actually you tell me another a good answer. Okay, but this is another good answer. Okay, so extend, but I will to skip prevent to some coding. Okay, so I'm try to always extend. Sorry, I went trade. Okay, to better understanding and create a separate class. Okay, this is good. Class extend. So to declare the public. Set the as dot current head dot ID check this is child thread. Okay, so I'm writing child thread and then print their name. Okay, ID and again because this main method is also a thread, so we do not need to override main method run method or okay, just simply okay this part right again. Let's see. This is main thread and now I'm starting the child thread. ed dot start. Okay, so there is a actually there is a two thread created. Okay, and I don't know which thread execute first actually. Okay, so let's check which thread execute first. So main thread execute first and child thread. Actually you don't think about this. Okay, this thread execute always first. Actually you don't know about suppose I'm wait use for wait. And this line in for loop because using for loop it's create several wait it's create a several objects of a thread. Okay, so for wait I is equal to 0. So not 0 start with 0, 0 with 1. I less than 5. to see. Okay, so while it's this running, okay, so it's running and 6 times means 6 object created, because first it will run, okay, so a statement is true, so it create object, okay, and create object and start there, okay, so it creates 6 thread, okay, and it's check first thread, okay, and then after object, okay, first let's check thread 15 17 18, then 1 16 14, okay, okay, and for thread main thread 4, I is equal to, sorry, okay, 6, wait, I'm staying. Okay, so this is a, actually there is a total 6 thread is created, okay, but you don't know which thread is execute first, okay, suppose I'm here separate some, then no need to, right. Okay, so this thread, but we don't know which thread, because first it will child thread, okay, so id1 is another thread has id1, okay, in another thread has it has id 18 17 16 15 14, actually you run several times, that time is several, is create another, okay. So JVM is not responsible to create to execute the thread, because is a part of thread scheduler. Thread scheduler responsible to call the to execute the threads. Okay, so this is a thread, and I will check some method. Okay, so I'm already check run method. You know about start method. You know, you see already current method, how to use current method, alarm method. Now this is a naming method. Actually, I'm divided all method into their function. This all method is basic method to create a start, current, or to know about a method. Okay, but this method used to get name. Actually, you already see get name, how to get a name of this thread, and now I'm seeing some method. So the program to set name. Suppose this is method, not this is, okay. Wait, second way thread demo. Okay, suppose here 2 object and 2 thread is created, okay. Wait. Okay, so I will change, I have to change, I want to change the name of this thread. So how can I change? So simply call this method, okay, set method, set name, and pass here name is suppose name I'm naming pass this, okay, and there is no need to print because it's not okay. And that times get thread dot current thread dot get name. Okay, so this method change their name because their default name is thread. Now I'm executing this line, executing this program, so it will change their name. Okay, and this thread is a main thread. Their default name is main thread, so I can also change their name also. So how can change? So writing, sir. Copy this code. And then change as a class. Okay. Now we have to check. Here one object, second object. Okay. So this is a main thread and this is a child thread. Okay, but I'm change their name. Okay, so let's see. First execute main method and the main method name change with Vikas, and second child method change with Ashish. Okay, so by using this method you can change your thread name. Okay, and now I have some domain thread, daemon thread. Basically, what is a uh, daemon thread? Is the thread which execute behind the thread, means in a background. It's executing in the background. Suppose in a Java, in a Java has uh, a garbage collector. Okay, in a Java applications, one thread name as garbage collector. So garbage collector basically provide the service to the front current thread. Okay, suppose you create a method and you create a main method, some tasks perform. Okay, but main method can't occupy some memory. Okay, so that times garbage collector give some memory and help them. Okay, and you actually suppose you use WordPress. Okay, in a WordPress, you write something in a word. Okay, write something. So at that times, you write some code, means some word spelling incorrect. Okay, suppose you write something. Suppose I am writing here exception, E so I am writing EXCPTION. So this is incorrect. This is not a correct word for exception. Okay, so that times a spelling checker. A spelling checker is a thread, daemon thread, which execute in the background of this thread. Okay, okay. So while I'm writing some miss word, okay, a spelling mistake. So that times a spelling checker indicate me this is a incorrect word. Okay, and also suggest me, okay, to change to what, change to this exception, and this is a correct word. Okay, so this spelling checker working in a background. Okay, so this all application, this all program, this all tasks called daemon thread. Daemon thread basically used in a background thread. Okay, so let's check how to create a daemon thread. Okay. I'm not create any other class, just create this thread as a daemon thread. Okay, so I create here some condition to create daemon thread. Actually, when you create daemon thread, okay, when you declare some thread as a daemon thread, so you have to write first to declare this thread is a daemon thread. Okay, so but after starting the thread, you cannot declare a daemon thread. Okay, if you want to declare a daemon thread for this thread, so we need to write first td dot set daemon. Okay, so here is the method. So that times it okay, that times it become a daemon thread. This thread become daemon thread. Okay, so it actually it's default false, but I need to it's true. Okay, so by using this line, this thread child thread become a daemon thread. Okay, and let's check. Yeah, first time remove this for loop. Okay, let's start. Wait again. Check. Actually, it's print nothing because this daemon thread working, this daemon thread executing in the background of main thread. Okay, but main thread doesn't work. Doesn't. Oh, wait. Okay, so this is this thread working in the background of main thread. So, but this main thread not to perform any task. Okay, so it not perform any task. So, what kind of service is provide for main? Okay, so this the reason. That's the reason it's not print anything. Okay, but I am performing some task here. Okay, I'm performing some tasks here because I'm writing something. This is main thread. Okay, and here. Okay, now let's that times. So this is a main thread, and in the background, this child thread working. Okay, and this child thread now it's become a daemon thread. Okay, so let's check it is a daemon thread or not. It's become a daemon thread or not. So to check, okay, so I have some. Actually, current thread dot is daemon. Okay, so it's a daemon thread. So what will be print after executing this line? It's true. True, because it's a boolean types. Okay, so it's return boolean value like true or false. So I'm declare this daemon this thread as a daemon thread. Okay, so it's this thread become a daemon thread. So let's check when I'm checking this thread is a daemon or not. So it's already defined a daemon, so it will print true, means this thread is a daemon thread. Okay, and I'm describing this thread. Okay, so suppose I'm writing this syntax after starting the thread. So that times it's oh, sorry, wait, control D. It gets some error. Okay, so some error. Okay, and this is not actually the this times this thread not to become a daemon thread. Okay, so that's why it print false, and in the main thread it gets some error. Okay, so we need to create a daemon thread. So you have to declare in before starting the thread. Okay, this is a daemon thread, and I have some essential method to manipulate to prevent, means this all method.
Hello, sir.
Yes, this
Sir,
main method base.
sir, what is the use of daemon thread?
Actually, I'm so you suppose you make a thread which is run in a background. My means like a spelling checker. I'm show you some suppose here here one thread is working in the background. Okay, that name is spelling checker. Spelling checker is an application, but this application, inside this application, all threads is a daemon thread because it's not so in the front. It's working in the background and provide the service for the current threads. Okay, suppose here I have actually I'm show you already. I'm suppose I'm typing something. So this is an error. So which thread, any which method, which process, and which functions to indicate them? It's a incorrect word. So how? Why it's red? You know, because the background in the background spelling checker working. Okay, and the spelling checker provide the service and indicate this is not correct. This is not correct spelling. Okay, so that time it's already suggest me also. It suggests me also to this is a spelling checker, but this is a correct. Okay, EXE. So it's already suggest me to this where why not because I'm writing something mistake. So it will suggest me to like it's a correct spelling. Okay, so it already by default is correct and remove their red line. Okay, so if you want to create any like this kind of applications, okay, suppose
Sir, can you have any other example?
yeah, actually this another example is a garbage collector. Garbage collector is basically used in the background of process. Okay, in a background of Java. Okay, Java has a some property. Java is a functionality to automatically automatically remove all garbage. Okay, suppose you create a method, but at the same time you remove their reference. So this objects can't be referred by the any method. Okay, so it occupies some memory, but not use this memory. Okay, no any object to point out this memory. Okay, so this memory totally waste. So that times garbage collector automatically remove these objects. Okay, and clear your space. Suppose in your mobile have some applications. Okay, so in application occur some temporary file. So in background some process working, and this is remove your garbage. This is remove your temporary files. Okay, so some applications working in the background, like cleanup. Okay, cleanup also working in a background. Okay, cleanup you can enable this application, so it's application automatically clear your cache memory in the backgrounds. Okay, so we need to create some this kind of application. So you use daemon threads. Okay, now my next
Okay.
method is basically is a sleep method. Sleep method basically your thread uh, sometimes to go for a sleep mode. Okay. Let's check. Suppose getting a thread thread td dot. Okay. So this is a simple. So I'm give some task to print their ID. Okay, so as well as thread dot get ID. It is not good way. Please make some confusion. For simply I'm printing some string value for int I is equal to 0. Okay, I less than 6. Again I plus plus. Okay, and print I syntax and thread dot sleep. Sleep for how many times? This is a million. So thousands millisecond means 1 second seconds. Yeah, not this. This method throws some error. So it suggests me to write this line in a try catch block. Okay. So I'm writing try catch catch. Check. It's something I'm increase sometime every time. 5 seconds. Check. Class not found. Why? Method. Check. Digital start. Wide run. Try catch.
The line number 29. There is error.
Okay. Wait. Control S. Create. In this error. Wait. Just write this code. Write again. Write again. There is no error. Thread. Thread testing. Throw testing. Where is my class? Not which kind of exception will occur? Class not found. Main class. Safety. Testing. Wait. I'm writing another. Wait again. Oh, wait. Yes. Stand. See. TC is equal to TC to start. Start. Run method. Oh, sorry, I'm becoming inside. Writing here task 4. First, try catch block and try and catch. Inside the try catch 4. 90 I is equal to G1 I less than something. So try block. Run. Try block start here, close here. Remove all and here also. This will not need. Let's check. 1. Then after 5 seconds is print 2. Okay, then after 5 seconds is print 3 and so on. Okay, so this is the sleep method. Sleep method basically used to the current thread. So for some times it go in a sleep mode, and in between some other, suppose in between some other thread will execute. Okay, so for stopping for certain times, stopping the thread for certain times, a particular thread. Okay, so you can use a sleep method. Okay, so basically this is a method. Okay, so first it will print 1, then it's go for a sleep mode. Okay, for 5 seconds, then after it will print again. Okay, so but between in 5 seconds you can perform any other threads. Okay, so basically suppose you can change their name. Suppose I'm 1 second. Okay, less. So check print 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, it's go for a sleep mode for a certain time, means 1 second, for a 1 second. Okay, so you can change the thread execution. Okay, you can change and you can stop the execution of a particular thread. Okay, so this is a
So
main
why
thing.
we use try and catch method here?
Actually, I'm already told you some method or some class already declare some exception. Okay, so this sleep method throw some error. Okay, it's already declared. Okay, this method already declared in the
Okay.
thread class. Okay, this method defined in the thread class, and that times actually in their business logic, in their logical part, actually there's some problem. So that's why developer who is develop a thread class, so developer indicate for all developer who which use this sleep method. Okay, so it indicate throw keyword. By using throw keyword, it indicate this when you use this method, so that times it throws some error. Okay, okay, so for handle this error, we need to use try and catch block. Okay,
Okay.
some actually some method and some actually I'm describing one method for name method also throw some exception, class not found exception. Okay, suppose okay, so file not find exception, file input stream, file output stream, this all classes, this all methods throw some exception. Okay, so if you use this class or this method, we need to handle their exception. Okay, So today I'm up to sleep method. Okay. So my next rest part, yield method. Actually, is this suspend method, resume method, and stop method is duplicate from Java. Okay. Nowadays, not any use of this three method: stop method, resume method, and suspend method. Okay. So there is no use. Okay. So in the next sessions, I will describe the rest part. It's a yield method. Interrupted is interrupted. Okay. And the most important part is synchronization. Okay. So in my next sessions, I will clear all this rest part as well as synchronizations and type of synchronizations and why I am used synchronization and take some real-time example. Okay. So today's
Okay, sir.
sessions stop here.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, please share video of there.
This is a only actually to use. You have to talk with you.
Okay.
See you next session.
Goodbye, sir.